Hello. In this message, I'm asking you to please be hopeful. Whatever is going on in your life, please be positive, be hopeful. That's my message today in this video. Join me. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You. In this message today, I'm saying, please be hopeful. Please be thankful. Whatever has happened, whatever is happening right now, still be hopeful. Things will get better. My name is Sherifa Nakalema. I'm a business owner here in Virginia, USA. If you're seeing me for the first time, you're very welcome. My channel is about sharing what I know and continue to learn. And the topics I cover are business tips, earning money online through affiliate marketing, and also motivation. I like to speak just to motivate you to do some things to make your life better, depending on the topic. Like today, it's kind of motivational, not very positive, but intended to be like to get you thinking. So if you've seen me before, I appreciate you very much. Thank you for getting back. Thank you for supporting this message. And hopefully you have subscribed and done all those good things. Remember, if you don't leave a comment, I'll never know that you watched me. Please leave a comment. I get back. I try to get back as soon as I can, sometimes a little bit later, but I get back. In this message today, I'm saying, please be hopeful. Be positive. I'm recording this message on Thanksgiving Day in USA. It's a holiday and it's historic, but I'm not talking about this because of the historic reasons of this day, because it's controversial. Some people say it shouldn't be celebrated, but that's not the reason. For me, I see it as a message to be thankful. I'm not going into the history of the day, but I'm talking about the word being thankful. I like that message, because if you watch me here, I'm always saying that's a best thing we need to be doing every single day, to be grateful. So that's how I look at this day. But for this day, which is November 26, 2020, you may be watching this much later, maybe things have changed. I'm recording this when we're having a sad Thanksgiving. Because of COVID-19, the virus, we've been on lockdown. People dying. As I'm speaking now, I didn't even check the numbers. We're over 250,000 deaths in USA alone. People have died over the world, everywhere. I don't want to go into that. You know the figures. You know what has happened. But my point is, it's sad, because this is the day when everyone gathered to go meet their relatives, to have dinner together, to have turkey. Now things are different. People are missing at certain tables. Some people have died. Some other people are not able to come because they can't travel. So it's really not a good day. But my message here is, we still have to be thankful, especially if you're watching me. Then that means you have a lot to be grateful for. You are healthy. You have your eyes. You have internet going. Whatever you're using to see me. So let's start right there. Whatever is left, we have to be thankful. And then as I would think about this message, I said, how can we start? Because there's some people deep. They don't know how this is going to change. If you are that kind of person, if you know this kind of person, please share this message. Because we have to wonder, people like our grandparents, our parents, they have told stories of the Depression, the Great Depression. They have told stories of wars, like World War I, World War II. So you wonder what was going on with the people. They must have been going through like nightmares. It must have been very, very tough. But they survived. How did they survive? They kept on being positive. You have to find the little thing to hang on. For me, I keep saying my age. I'm 53. And I've seen my share of sadness. I've told stories of living. I'm in the USA now, but I come originally from Uganda, where there were wars. I've told stories of wars running every day. I was very young, but I still remember. And then when I was older, I can tell you I've gone through at least 3 events that were affected us. Like before I came here, we went through the AIDS time, HIV/AIDS. HIV/AIDS was so bad because it used to kill both parents. Like maybe it started with the wife, and the wife died, and later the husband died. Or maybe it started with the husband, and then they had to be sick like for a long time. The wife takes care of the husband, but maybe even while she's still doing that, she gets sick too. So parents were dying and children were orphans. That was the saddest thing about it, that the children were left with no parent. Because normally when AIDS go to one parent, go to the other. That was before they came up with ways to make it less, like killing people less. That came later. But at first, when you got it, you had to die. So I saw that with my own eyes. I saw people die. I still have memories of people who used to be here. They're not here anymore. We went here in America. We went through September 11th. September 11th was a huge, huge event here. People died. People lost jobs. People who had no money. We're just surviving daily. I remember, because we used to own a business, and I remember the effects of that. But some people up to now, they don't have parents, especially the children. They don't have parents because of September 11th. Then we went through the recession, 2008. That one was bad. Here where I am in Virginia, I would see empty homes. People lost their homes. And then later, these homes, I was wondering what would happen to these homes. The banks were selling them like at 70% off. Later, the rich people came and bought them. But all this affected people because those homes used to have people in them, but they lost them. And there was no money. There was no work. And I remember what I told this story, one of my videos. One day I was watching TV and I saw people lining up to go to the banks to get out their money. Like people with businesses, because at that time, I think the insurance was $100,000 maximum. So if you had more than $100,000 in the bank, you had to go get it out. But where would you put it? On the mattress? So those were strange times. And people were affected. So my point is, those times, we're not talking about them, they passed. So hopefully, soon, very soon, we'll be talking about COVID, just telling like a story. Of course, it's affecting people. It's affecting people. But what do we do? What do we do to hang on? This is what I suggest. Let's be positive. First of all, let's think about what we have right now. What's left? Every day, be grateful. I don't want to go into those lessons. I tell them all the time, my videos, how the process of being grateful, writing the gratitude journal, what you have in the morning, what you have at the end of the day. If you want, you can search my channel. I talked about being grateful. I talked about the topic a lot. I didn't even have a whole video. After we are grateful for what's left, then we also be grateful for the lessons. Because there are lessons. There are lessons of our health, making sure the immune system, we eat right, we exercise, we make sure there are people who didn't even feel this COVID when they got it because they were healthy. They were healthy, they were complaining a little bit, but then it went. They didn't even have to go to the hospital. So let's take care of our health. Then there are lessons about the money. Having savings. When things get better, let's try to save. Even if you save like 5% of what you earn, intentionally save some money. And then multiple sources of income. Let's have another source of income so that when things like this happen, at least when you lose the income one side, there's some income on another side. That's another lesson. The other thing will have to be just to learn to be happy that we are still here and for what we are going to do to impact people. Maybe now we see that you have a more purposeful life. Like when you live with someone, when you have someone still alive now, love them like they may die tomorrow. Maybe you're going to learn to appreciate each other more because Some people were sad. When the COVID came, they would take people to the hospital, and some people never got to see their loved ones again. Some people tell stories of seeing them through the window. They never had to hug them again. Maybe we're going to learn to hug each other more, to appreciate the moment, because you never know. We are talking about COVID, but people die of other things. They die of accidents. They die of other things, kill people too. Let's appreciate the moments we have together. Let's love each other now. Okay, that's my message. But then I have a message for those who lost a loved one. It's very, very sad, and may feel like, what are we going to do? Instead of focusing on their death and not being here, how about you focus on them, on the moments when they were alive, and be thankful that you had them for that little moment or long moment, whatever it was, that you had a chance. Take the lessons or whatever they said, try to remember what they used to care about. If they had something they wanted done and they died before doing it, try to do it for them on their behalf. And if also doing something good in their name. Like for me, it's just a religious belief that when a parent dies, it's all the children could do things on their behalf, could do things like they say, now I'm doing this on my mom's behalf, on my dad's behalf, and it's like their parents did it. So if you're watching me and you're Muslim, I think you know that already. Do something good for your parents and also pray for them. So that's my message today. Let's be hopeful. Number one, let's write down, because when you write it down, I think for some reason, I think it's psychology. I don't know. I'm not an expert, but I know when you write it down, I think you even feel it. Let's intentionally observe what's good in our life. How about you start by being thankful that I talked to you today? That, oh, I watched Sherifa today. I'm happy and grateful. Share it with someone who may be so depressed. Tell them, please, we are all feeling very sad. I think this affected everyone. I don't think there's a person who didn't feel the effect of COVID, although maybe you didn't lose someone, but you had the effect of that. Like when I saw long lines of people driving cars to go get free food because they couldn't buy food. We have a tendency to think that just because you have a car, then you have money. No, you may have a car, you may not even have money to put gas or petrol in it. Some people we call it gas, some people call it petrol. You may not have the money to put in it. You may not have to, just because you own a car doesn't make you have the cash flow in that moment. And like in America, the cars, they're on credit. So you may not even have the money to pay for this car. But people were driving cars, long lines, to go pick up free food. And then the food was getting finished. It was on the news. I said, these are Americans. America, the land of opportunity, no food. This is really tough. But we have to be grateful for the little thing. Please share what you have. The little you have, share with someone, maybe a neighbor or someone you know that you know. You don't actually have to wait for them to ask. Just think of the people. Think of the people. Send them the little you have. Share it. That's my message. But the main message is, let's be hopeful. Let's be thankful that we are still here. The day we have today is what we can count. Okay? Let's be grateful for that and the little we have left. Things will get better. They will get better. And hopefully, by 2021, Thanksgiving, all this is going to be history. Okay, we will still be sad. We lost so many people. But we're going to be, hopefully, at that time, in a very different place. Like everything's better. And with our lessons, let's save the money, multiple sources of income, all that that's my message here. Please take it, share this message with someone. Share it with one person. If you think there's something good out of here, and give it a thumbs up and put a comment, please. What do you think? What are you grateful for today? If you look at my posts everywhere on Instagram, I'm talking about the same message. Let's be positive. Let's be thankful. Let's love each other now. With thinking that maybe tomorrow won't be together. You never know. People just die in their sleep. It doesn't have to be COVID. So let's appreciate each other. like I always end them. Take very good care of yourself. Take very good care of your family. Take very good care of your health. Take a step to a better you. Bye-bye.